How was it? Stories about famous people who changed the world. Joan of Arc, the maid who led a nation. She was born in a small village in France, a simple girl who heard voices no one else could hear. Yet she would rise to become one of the most legendary figures in history, a warrior, a visionary, and a symbol of courage. This is the story of Joan of Arc, the girl who changed the course of a nation. Joan of Arc was born in 1412 in Domremy, a tiny village in northeastern France. Her family were peasants, and life was hard. From a young age, Joan claimed to hear the voices of saints and angels telling her she had a divine mission to save France from English occupation during the 100 Years' War. Despite being just a teenager, she showed extraordinary courage and faith, refusing to stay silent about her visions, believing that God had chosen her for a purpose greater than herself. By the age of 16, France was in crisis. The English and their allies controlled much of the land, and the French king, Charles VII, had yet to be crowned. Joan convinced local commanders to allow her to go to the king. She famously said, "I am not afraid. I was born to do this." Wearing armor and carrying her banner, Joan led troops into battle. Her presence inspired soldiers and gave hope to a nation desperate for victory. Under her guidance, the French lifted the siege of Orléans in 1429, a turning point in the war. Joan was not just a symbol. She was a tactical leader. She encouraged bold attacks, motivated the troops, and even advised generals on strategy. Her victories allowed Charles VII to march to Reims and be crowned king, fulfilling the prophecy that had guided her mission. Joan's courage on the battlefield and her unwavering faith made her a legend even during her lifetime. Despite her heroism, Joan faced opposition from powerful enemies. In 1430, she was captured by Burgundian forces, allies of the English, and sold to them. She was put on trial for heresy, witchcraft, and dressing as a man. The trial was harsh and unfair. Joan faced interrogators who tried to force her to renounce her faith and her visions. Even under threat of death, she refused to betray her mission or her beliefs. On May 30th, 1431, at the age of 19, Joan was burned at the stake in Rouen. She faced death with courage, reportedly singing hymns until the flames consumed her. Though she died young, her story did not end. In 1456, a posthumous retrial declared her innocent and a martyr. In 1920, she was canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church. Joan of Arc became a symbol of faith, courage, and patriotism. Her life has inspired countless books, films, and artworks. She remains a national heroine of France and a universal icon of the power of conviction and bravery. She was a young girl who dared to stand against armies, speak truth to power, and follow a divine calling. Joan of Arc, the maid who led a nation and became immortal in history. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.